Okay, so we're going to go ahead and show you my campsite slash space, whatnot. So it's a bit of an incline here, as you can see. So you can either take the stairs, which I don't maintain very well, or we just sort of take this obvious, well-worn path. So you pass this rock here. I want to show you this. This is a Jack in the Pulpit plant. And they're actually pretty rare. You can see down here the little pulpit. It's past its prime, but it's a really cool plant. Anyway, so here's a bridge we built. A bunch of down pine trees and whatnot. Crosses over the creek here. It's a beautiful, beautiful stream. Both directions. My son's been on here playing with fishing net stuff. So you cross the stream, you come over to the path. Candle holders. And here, sort of its own archway tree. And it was falling over, so I put this stick here that I found up at this lodge I used to work at. It's just a really cool, viney, very cool stick. Anyway. Okay, so there's the archway. Some more candle holders already there. Pathway. It's a nice rock that I put on this stump for this tree. More about this tree later, you'll see. It's really old, sort of, you can see in there. It's very, very dead even when we bought the property. So as you come up the pathway here, this is a pretty good incline here. Go around the rock, around. Path splits off. This path here heads to the zip line. There's a start point for a zip line up that way. Up a little further. And it takes us up to the top of the hill here. I'll just let you take a moment to check that out. Nice space here in the woods. And so over here have sort of the coat rack, and these are more candle holders. I flip those over when I need them if it's dark, hanging out in this space. Over here on the north end with my rock, which is also on the north end, is the rest of that tree that I showed you at the beginning. We cut it down. It's a really old piece of tamarack. And it just became, it's sitting on its own self there. Took it down. Great tree. We milled the top of it just to have a surface here, but it's great having like a little table to work with up here in this area. Turn around to the south end. Have our fire pit. This is just rocks stacked on rocks. There's no mortar, there's nothing stuck together. Sometimes the freeze-thaw cycle we have to restack the rocks. But yeah, it's really cool, neat little space. Obviously I haven't used it in a while. There's pine needles all in it. But pretty cool. Got a couple logs. This is all, again, all of these logs, all 6 of them that you see is all from that same tree, just to give you an idea on how large that tree was. But it was really, really dead, and we wanted to cut it down before it fell on its own in case somebody was up there, around here, you know. It just don't really want to have trees falling down when you're running around your woods. But yeah, this is a little bit more of my space here. Kind of what you see around. It's getting kind of close to dusk, so you know, it's a little bit darker than usual. Way out back there, you can start to kind of see the house. In the winter time, you can see this log table from my house. So if you look way out in the trees, you can see the house. But when everything's covered in snow, you can see the dark brown with a snow layer on it, but the snow above it. It's kind of cool. But I don't know if you tend to notice, you know, obviously this is sort of open space in the east here. And coming from the west is my stream, so you can again see that from the woods. But this is my space. Sometimes I have people come up and have a tent camp. They use that space for the tent. It's pretty level over there, fire pit, whatnot, and of course just for hanging out, gathering, fire pit, and whatnot. So that's my space.